is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy JDiesel coming at you live with another episode of Under the Radar. And with me, as always, my partner in crime, Grandmaster FloKey himself. How you doing today, my friend?
I missed the lobby last week. For those, I did have an emergency come up. Everything's cool now. But I missed the show. Must well go on. JDiesel did hold it down. We did announce the monthly. We were supposed to have it this week, but Smash GG smoked me.
Oof.
Like free. Like
Not even
shoutouts
close.
to Markdowns. Shoutouts to Markdowns not working properly. But we will have information for you guys very soon. But other than that, doing great. I actually just started studying some matches, and I am feeling way better with Gogeta. So
that's what I like to hear. All right.
yeah.
And
How was your week?
my week has been pretty good. We just had the monthly over at MDVA, which was fantastic. And also, the PRZ just went live today, and I am very excited about that. Got a lot of very positive feedback, and I will definitely be taking a little bit of a dive into that as we go along in the podcast. But before we get into all of that,
Oh man,
I feel like we have somebody with us right now, and I feel like we might need to acknowledge the biggest Janimba in the room.
I think
How we doing?
I think real quick, this man was at Summit, Wrath of the Mix. If for some reason, if you had no idea what the hell that was, go watch the VOD. He's been going through a couple characters. He's he's been playing. He played Piccolo. He's playing Janemba. He's playing Base Jita, Kibu, Yamcha. He's kind of playing almost all the characters under the sun. One of MA's finest, on the rise and getting back to where he deserves to be. If you watch that lovely documentary, you know who this guy is. It's Yvngfish.
In the building.
Hey,
That intro was OD, right?
That was a force, man. You was kind of gassing it a little, man.
Listen.
Gotta play this man out.
I feel like every guest we've had. This is episode 31. It's episode 31.
I should have been episode 30 because my birthday is June 30th.
Damn, that's bars.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
Welcome to the podcast. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about, boys.
A lot of great topics today. So on the menu, we have East Coast Throwdown. We have SEA. We've got Yvngfish's journey and character progression.
Oh, snap.
We got the PRZ and a whole lot more. So let's jump into this. Why don't we kick it off, though, since this is an interview of sorts. Let's kick it off by talking to our boy Yvngfish. Yvngfish.
How we doing?
For those of you that may not know who you are, why don't you talk a little bit about yourself and introduce yourself to the people at home?
All right. Well, for those of you that you don't know, you're not in the know, you're not hip. My name is Yvngfish. I'm Boston FGC, OG Piccolo gang after the summit.
Yo, gang.
Yo, you know the vibe. But I don't know, man. Where do I start?
Hey, whatever you want to talk about, baby.
Yeah, seriously.
Should I just run it back, like, through the documentary?
Yo, take us back through the documentary.
The documentary was too OD.
All right, let me take you back. So, I grew up playing Third Strike. I was an Akuma heathen. I play Oro now, though. Stop playing. I will unblockable you. But I grew up playing Third Strike. I grew up playing Third Strike with my uncles, and I've been kind of just like fighting games have been my thing since then. Like, I remember just sitting on the carpet, like just trying to throw fireballs for hours. You feel me? And I remember the first time I did a Hugo Super. Yeah, I felt like I was on a whole nother playing field. Like,
yeah,
I felt like a god, man. So from Third Strike, it went from that to older Tekken games to Mortal Kombat 9 when I grew up a little. Because I stopped playing after we ended up moving a lot. Yeah. So me and my uncle weren't living together from time to time. So when I wasn't in the same building as him, I wasn't playing fighting games. So then when I got my PS3, I got into MK9. Was kind of an online warrior in like the 5th grade. Like from MK9, I moved to Marvel 3, and then I was kind of on Marvel 3 and Ultimate Marvel 3 for a while. Injustice 1, I wasn't too big of a fan. Street Fighter 4, I thought was too hard, so I didn't play it. But then when MKX came out, like end of 8th grade, beginning of my freshman year, that's when it was really a wrap. Because it was just like, I barely understood frame data, so I just kind of played with my heart, I guess.
That makes sense.
Like,
I respect that.
That's
no,
awesome.
like I knew what was safe and I knew what wasn't safe, and that was it. Like, I didn't care. Like, the NRS mindset. Oh, you're +2. I don't care. I'm mashing. Like, I'm hitting down 1.
Right.
Like, so MKX like just enamored me. I just wanted to learn every single character that came out, and then with MKXL, when finally like Combat Pack, either was it Combat Pack 2 that had Triborg in it, like the final 4 characters.
I think so.
I think, right? So after that came out, like after all 4 final characters are out, we kind of got like that final patch. Like that's when I started entering in online tournaments. And I wasn't doing so hot. Like, I go 2-2, 3-2 every now and then. And then, but no matter how many times like I got smoked, I was like, yo, like I just have to hit the lab. Like I have to get better. And it just stuck with me until Injustice 2, and then Injustice 2 I thought was kind of lame. I didn't like the zoner meta. I kind of got back into it when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out because I just thought that was funny. I was like, yo, what if I really win like a tournament with fucking Michelangelo of all characters? Like that would be sick. And then Sonic Fox had all the cool TMNT tech, so I was kind of just stealing it. But
that makes so much sense.
But then while I was playing Injustice 2, Dragon Ball came out. And then from Dragon Ball, y'all know the rest. It's history. It's been history since then. Yeah. I just developed this like super crazy reset heavy rush down style, and I'm just kind of sticking to it.
Yeah, that's a really good. Yeah,
that's kind of from playing old NRS games, like just trying to, or specifically MKX, because that game was super rush heavy. Like you just stuck to your opponent and exploded them. So like that's just how I like to play.
Yeah. And I think your character pool has, like, we could talk about that. Like, you, again, like, as an OG Piccolo player as well, like, kind of like seeing, like, one thing I really do appreciate is a Piccolo player that, like, or someone that plays Piccolo but understands, like, it's not just, like, one type of way you play the character. And I think that was, like, I think you're one of the few players that I looked at and was like, this dude's playing in freestyle. Like, there's not, like, one way to play the character. Like, yeah, you have, like, now, like, as tech developed, and, like, ECT, oddly enough, ECT last year was the first time we really did snap stuff. If you guys noticed. Like, around this time, like, because I remember I was in the room with, like, a bunch of top players, and they just started running snap mix. And I was like, wait. So it's really funny to kind of go back to this tournament this weekend and be like, this is the tournament where everything kind of really started, like how the meta was finally progressing. And Piccolo wasn't really at the forefront. How do you, so, because we've been playing the same character for a very long time.
Right.
How do you feel about Piccolo now versus back then?
So I think back then, with Snapmix being so strong, like you mean like back then when he was plus on Hellzone,
or just
like
in general,
he was meter, or like, so you remember when he was meter positive on Hellzone loops?
Yep,
that was Piccolo in his prime. He would hit you once mid screen, get you to the corner, medium chop into snap into get looped forever, because he was always meter positive and it was cheap.
Yep.
And that, I think, like that, while I'm kind of bummed that it's gone, it needed to go, because it was just, you get touched once into a not forever loop, but like if you were getting hit, you were getting looped.
Yeah, you kind of like had those players. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Like especially like Hook. Time to get looped, asshole. Like you was just going.
Goichi.
Yeah.
Goichi. Oh man, it was a wrap. I mean, even kicking it local, like I was playing Hypnotic earlier today, and I was just getting looped. But that's now. And compared to now, getting snap mix is strong. But I think the way it is now is that Piccolo is less likely to be a point character. because you kind of need somebody to build meter for him first, and then
Right.
run your mix, run your loops. So I think Bardock Piccolo or something in the line is kind of essential.
Yeah, it's tough, like, because you can try to play a lot of variants. We have Hobby G over in CT. He's playing
Ginyu.
Ginyu, and then you have Hypnotic still playing Cell. So you have like a couple players, and then myself with Gohan and you with Bardock.
Right.
So it's kind of like there's a lot of different variants to it, but I feel like
The similarity,
the
like the
last spot.
similarity, yeah, the similarity among all our teams is the last spot. We all play Super Saiyan Goku.
Exactly. It's
I mean,
Piccolo
that
needs
beam
the
is
beam.
just so
It's
powerful
important. It's
alongside
important.
Piccolo, right? Like,
Hmm.
it covers a lot of his deficiencies, but it's kind of a double-edged sword for Piccolo, the presence of beams, right? Because it's also the exact same thing that has kind of pushed Piccolo out of the meta. Now, this is a little ways back, but I was at CEO, and I actually got a chance to talk with Hook Gang God for about 30 minutes.
Right.
So we sat down and we were kind of talking to one another. And one of the big things that kind of came up is we were discussing his team's current role. This is when he was on Piccolo and SSJ Vegeta, right?
Yeah.
Oh, was this the Bardock
Yep.
Piccolo SSJ Vegeta team?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we were discussing it. And one of the things that he was really kind of frustrated with is, yeah, he could beat anyone up to the best, right?
Right.
The thing he noticed is he could not, having two assists that are super dashable and sort of lose to beams is such a liability in neutral in this meta. Because you
Right.
throw out Piccolo Orb and they call their Goku assist, and now your orb is destroyed and you're in block, right? So you've now lost neutral by committing to try to set up orb. Or
Exactly.
you try to so you're forced to only really use Piccolo Orb in mixed type situations. Or if you manage to get close enough to them that you can sort of box out and assist, but at that point you've already sort of done the work of winning neutral.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you
Piccolo
don't even
Orb's
really
not
need
helping you do that. Piccolo
It's
assist is a sort of win more type assist. It's only
Right.
good when you've already won neutral. So
Right.
it doesn't do what is the meta currently demands right now, because the meta is currently very centered around shortcutting neutral. Actually, I thought Childish Vegito had a really good tweet that came out this morning where he kind of talked about, isn't it funny how GT Goku is a button that invalidates player interaction?
It's true.
And while
It's
that's
a
a
very true
little
point.
dramatic, obviously, he makes a great
Obviously.
point where it is, that's what the meta is devolving into, where it is, I call my beam, you get hit, and now you're forced to block. Whereas
Yeah.
before the B meta really fully developed, the meta had a lot more things like Yamcha.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when Yamcha was king, Piccolo Orb was fine, right? Because Yamcha,
Yeah.
they're just going to super dash plus Yamcha, right? That's not exactly the same thing as I'm going to click beam and lock you down. Piccolo Orb was still
Exactly.
fine then.
I
Right.
mean, the perfect example was at this past Balance Patch Weekly. I was watching Kite Run Casuals with, I forget who he was playing, but he goes, Fish, watch this. This is what you need to play. And he was playing, I think, Bardock Kid Buu GT.
Yeah.
He did double backdash GT and then just ran forward and hit jab and just instantly
Yeah.
jailed from full screen.
I
And
think
I was like, are you serious?
yeah, it's one of those situations. Like, I think too, like, kind of going back on that point about Piccolo Orb, the problem I have with it, and like I was playing Fish and I played Hypnotic, and one thing is that if your strings aren't airtight, or if you just know, you don't have to respect Orb, because it goes back to
Yeah.
it's a liability, it's a reflectable, super dashable thing. What's to say I can just super dash it and you already committed to another button, and then you're still in recovery frames of that. You know, if you don't think, oh, this dude's not gonna super dash, I literally can just do whatever. Incorrect. You know, it's like one of those situations that, like, I actually just talked to ASAP Ricky about it. A lot of people have like mixed feelings about this character in this meta. I feel like as a Piccolo player. Oh, speaking of Ricky, wow.
Hey, what's good,
That's-
Ricky?
Oh fucking D.
Oh, Ricky in the chat.
Yo, Ricky's gang, bro.
Oh, speak
Okay.
this man's name. Speak him into existence.
Yo,
That's
we had-
what
I
that
was
was
kicking it
right
with
there.
Ricky.
Episode 10. We had him episode 10, and he's still one of my favorite guests. No cap. No cap. But no, yeah, I think he's a very interesting character in this meta. I feel like he still requires a lot, like you mentioned.
Yes.
I think too, because I've developed another team. I've noticed that a lot of players that play Piccolo have two teams. Hook has two teams. Fish, you have two teams.
I got. Like
I have 2
three.
teams. You have okay. Listen,
I got like 2.5.
2.5.
I just
Javi
run
has
2
two
different point
teams.
characters.
We don't. Does Hypnotic have 2 teams?
No,
Okay, he's like
he's
the
just
only
riding it
exception.
out. He's just
He's
loyal.
he's that loyal. But
Yeah,
I think in this meta, it's hard to justify that when you're seeing characters like GT or a Beam or just a Beam period or even Trunks, right?
yeah.
Like just doing really well. Like I think Tien's really strong in this meta still. I think Trunks is really strong in this meta because they cover such a really big ground that Piccolo can't. And it's unfortunate because Piccolo's a really fun character. You know,
Oh,
honestly,
man, he's the most fun character in the game.
like honestly when every person I've talked to and like I've like preached this on my stream, the character is a freestyle character. You don't need to loop people if you don't want to.
You can
It's
just play
good.
however you want.
It's so nice. You can play a reset heavy command grab heavy game. You can play that hell zone like just loop like
Yep.
air fuzzy style. You can do so much. And I think it sucks, but you're not going to see a lot. How do you feel about your character progression now, Fish? Because you've been through a lot with like I think as a fellow Piccolo player.
I mean, honestly, I feel like my character usage it goes from like hard mode to even harder, and now I just want to play like the easy team
Yeah.
because I went from something kind of weird with Piccolo, Cell, Yamcha to then Janemba came out. Like this is just this patch. Like then Janemba came out, and I'm like, oh okay, I'll play Janemba. This character's sick. Piccolo's kind of weird right now. So I was playing Janemba, Kid Buu, Yamcha, and that team got bullied in neutral super hard. My neutral is really not as solid as I would want it to be, especially to play that team. So then I was like, screw it, I'll go back to Piccolo, but I'm going to play old Goichi team, but with Bardock Point. And I was doing okay with that online, and then I didn't really have time to go to balance patch, so I didn't really test it that much. And then after watching UFA, I was like, hey, man, I don't want to play GT, but base Vegeta looks kind of easy mode. Like,
Right.
base Vegeta Kid Buu looks kind of stupid. You just do true string into Gumball into air 2H high low.
Yep. Take your
Yep.
50-50s.
Yeah,
Like,
take a 50-50. Like, I don't have to do anything with orb. I don't have to spend meter on Hell Zone. I don't have to fish for projectile counters or try to space you out with teleport and key blast. Like,
It's one of those situations that, like even with me too with Gogeta, it's like I can literally just do 2H call Yamcha, get a 50-50.
yeah, exactly.
I can literally like when I was playing Vegito, and JDiesel knows about my Vegito.
I do know about your Vegito. I played a lot of games against that character. Oh my god.
I don't think I ever played your Vegito.
We don't talk. There's a reason why I went in Calimax stream today and I told him if I ever think about playing Vegito, tell me no. Just tell me don't do it.
I mean, you have a PhD in reversals, so I feel like your Vegito is just super.
Well, also
degenerate.
he's not afraid to hit buttons on wake
Oh,
up.
I know.
So like
Oh, I know.
he'll wake up and just crush your Dragon Rush with 2L. Like
Oh, for real.
he's
He'll
that
just hit
man.
buttons. He has no fear at all.
Zero fear. I
It's
respect
so-
I
it-
respect the lack of fear though.
It's one of those things that like with Piccolo, like you were kind of playing on the back end a lot. And I think your character progression too, Fish. I think that's something to commend because again like you're playing 2.5 teams, right? And I think having 2 teams is a nice thing to have in this game because it makes the game never dull.
Right.
Because now you're like, well, if I'm not feeling one team, I could play the other team if I really wanted to.
Exactly. But I mean, I feel like I picked up this Vegeta Kid Buu Beam team just to like kind of counteract Vegeta. No, Double Beam. Because I feel like Vegeta can kind of just float back and just kind of throw Ki Blast and snipe your assists.
Yes.
So it's just, I feel like it's easier for me to just kind of zone you out rather than have to rely on Orb, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Orb also kind of forces you to take risks to a certain extent too. Like, because you sort of have to approach with your Orb, or the Orb doesn't do anything. You can't just like throw Orb and like stay full screen and be like, yeah, I've got him now, right? Like that doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't
it's just
work.
kind of there.
Right, you sort of have to dash up with your Orb or kind of keep close to it, so if they do something like they reflect or commit to some kind of option, you can react to that. But the problem is that puts you in danger. You have to follow your assist to make it do something.
Agreed.
That's what other assists make you do that?
It does not. It's
none.
It sucks. It sucks.
Yeah.
It really does sucks.
Except for setups. It is a great setup assist, but again, I think that goes back to the win more idea, right?
Yeah.
Like the thing is, you have to condition them for there to be like a real setup.
Yeah.
Because like FloKey said earlier, at any time, like if you do knockdown, call Piccolo Orb, and then like double air dash and like try to hit buttons, they'll just super dash at you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the thing is like I have been notorious for doing knockdown, elbow, plink, Piccolo assist, make you guess. You know how many times we got super dashed at? Almost every single time. And if I wasn't ready with the punish, I would have taken like 50%.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game, right?
It's a definitely dangerous game that a lot of players, and like there's like the thing is too, and it kind of goes back to what I'm saying. If you play two teams in this meta, it's a nice thing to have, because like having that various thing and kind of segueing, I hope someone brings out another team because we have East Coast Throwdown this weekend.
So sad you weren't top 10. It's all right, Bondi. You know what? We did our best. I might not have made top 10 for PR in my own region, but you know what? It'll go on without me.
Yeah. So let's talk about ECT. I did get a tweet from Kern, which by the way, shouts to Kern. He actually won the Xanadu Monthly.
Yes, he did.
He said Giga versus Sage is confirmed for ECT.
Okay, I was pretty sure that it was because I know Kern said that Giga wasn't listed, but I talked to Giga. Giga did say he was going.
So we might try to get the winner of that money match on the podcast.
I want the winner. I don't care who wins. I want the winner on here. They got talk that good stuff, right?
Yeah. So ECT is this weekend hosted in my home state of Connecticut. I won't be there because work smoked me.
Oof.
Is it really this weekend?
It is in fact this weekend.
This weekend.
Yo, and Brad Muse is on the desk.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Shout out to the boy Brad. I know Roman Nova's on the desk as well. Someone we also have on the podcast. So it's really cool to see the people on the podcast. There's 114 players, but only one could take home that lovely record-looking, beautiful thing.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty sweet trophy. Like being completely honest, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Real quick before we start, I want to give a big shout out to Walter from Connecticut, as well as Zach Ketterman and the Reversal crew, as well as LA Joe. For putting on an amazing event, especially in my home state. It really shows that these guys are really looking out, and like it made a lot of CT players that really don't come out. A lot of them I've talked to, and like most of them are going out. So if I ever bring up somebody from CT that I know, that's just because they're from my home state and I know them. And also a lot of the Boston boys will be able to go out to this, so it's gonna be really interesting to watch them this weekend.
Oh boy, I'm kind of butthurt that I can't go.
Same.
Well, it's not that I can't go. Like, I could have went, but I'm just trying to be responsible and focus on school, so I chose not to.
Piccolo Gang's responsible gang.
Yo, I'm young Gohan right now. Chi-Chi's making
Piccolo says stay in school. Giga is doing on-site registration.
You know what this is right now? This is the 7 years of peace where young Gohan goes to
study.
Oh
my god.
Facts. And then he's like working and doing school stuff.
Yeah,
are you guys ready to go? You guys are ready to go through these pools?
Oh, I'm ready
Okay.
for bracket predictions.
All right. So it's 2 out.
Oh, it is 2 out. That's
It
right.
is in fact 2 out.
So it cuts to top 16. There's 8 pools in total. We're gonna highlight all the people that we think are good, that are in these pools, and we will pick our top 2 for each of us. I think Jay's been really good about keeping track of that.
I
Bless this
have
man's
last
soul.
time I won, so I just want you all to remember that. So currently I am leading over FloKey for bracket predictions. Just to make sure you know that, chat.
JDiesel, do you know what they call me?
What?
What?
Profit fish.
Profit fish.
Yeah,
Oh,
you got.
well,
you got
here's,
profit.
here's the thing, Profit Fish. Do you care to make a wager on that?
Oh!
Oh, I don't know about.
Oh,
wagers. We can go-
Oh shit!
You
we
can't,
can go
man,
for
can't,
brownie
you
points.
can't call yourself Profit Fish. See,
No, see, I just speak things into existence. I don't
Ah.
bet money on things.
hold on. Let me get my Excel worksheet out. Let me pull
So
up
far-
Excel real quick.
Oh, snap. So
All right,
far, I have
hold
not
on.
been
Let me
wrong.
just. Here's FloKey's column.
Yo, what the fuck?
Here is Fish's column, and here's my column.
Yeah.
All right, and then for each pool, we will be predicting both out, and you get
Yep.
1 point per person that you predict out of the pool.
All right.
All right.
I like that.
We won't. It doesn't matter if they're out winners or losers because that's a little too convoluted. But
Yes.
we can still go through here. Now, what we'll do is for each pool, we're gonna go in order, and it's gonna start off. It's gonna go FloKey, Fish, me. Then it's going to be Fish, me, FloKey, and then finally it will be me, FloKey, Fish. And we are going to rotate like that, just in the interest of fairness. No cheating off
In the interest
everyone's
of time.
homework the entire time. So.
Exactly.
All right, but before we do this, what's the wager? It could be small.
Oh, God.
It could be small. It could be $1 if you want. If you want to make a single
Remember
dollar.
the last time we made a wager, we didn't do it?
Well, that's because we
Yeah,
screwed
I'll throw
up. This
$1. You
time
got
I've got to have it
cashbacks?
written down. Also, the problem we had was pools got swapped the day
Last
of
second.
the
right.
day of the event, so half of the predictions were screwed up because we were predicting for pools that didn't exist.
That's true.
Which
So-
wasn't exactly fair. I think I did the math, and $5.
Yeah, I can do 5.
I'll do 5
do
on
5.
this.
I can do
Alright,
5.
you know what? Yeah, screw it. I can throw
All
$5.
right, chat.
Got 5.
It is officially immortalized. There's a $5 wager from myself, FloKey, and Yvngfish over whoever
Also-
comes the closest for
So wait,
East
can
Coast
we predict
Throwdown
the
pool
same two
prediction.
people?
Yes.
in the
So
event?
the winner
Okay,
gets
alright.
$10, 5 from each of the losers.
That's fair.
Alright.
Also, guys, before we start too, if you guys are some type of not in the fucking Discord yet, I might be going out in the Discord watching it this weekend.
I was gonna say if you
Uh,
want to do a viewing party in the Discord, FloKey will definitely be there.
I would love to do that. So guys, I will be posting the Discord at some point. Make sure you guys join that. A lot of our that's where we're gonna be also hosting our monthly, which I have to announce and stuff like that. But all the information is gonna be there, so please join us there. Let's get started.
Alrighty, let me give you one more second right
Jesus
here.
Christ. I'm already looking at this first pool and I have so many thoughts.
Alrighty, so now we
This is
are
Tonic
set.
pool.
Everyone has 2 columns here. So, all right, here we go. So, FloKey is gonna kick it off here. We are talking about Pool A1.
A1.
FloKey,
Okay.
2 out. Who you got?
2 out. Okay, so just some notable players I see in here. Obviously besides Sonic Fox and Axe Ice, Kite, who's been really dominant over New England. Also, Pinnacle is in here.
Yep.
He's an up-and-coming player from CT. Brad M is in this pool. He's got some Masu. So
Is
I'm
he gonna
really curious.
commentate his own game?
Oh,
might
that'd
be
be hype
sick.
on the fly.
That'd be hype.
V-Star as well. He's a Tohan player.
He is a
boy.
strong online player.
Yeah,
And he
as well
plays
as
at,
Neobuster.
Where does he play? I'm trying to remember.
I'm not sure where V-Star plays, but Neobuster plays at HOC.
All right,
So-
guys.
I got Sonic and Kite getting out over Axe Ice.
All right, Sonic Kite for the first set of predictions.
No reason why, or do you want an explanation?
You can give your reasons to go for it.
Okay, so I think Axice isn't. I think Axice is in this loop of not knowing what he wants to play. Kite's kind of in that same boat, but I think Kite is more focused
Okay,
than Axice.
I can
Right now.
see that.
I think this is the first major Kite makes top 16.
Ooh,
Because I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. He didn't make top six. He didn't make top cut at Defend the North either, right?
No, he did
No.
not. Kite took 96th at Defend the North.
I think he makes top 16 here.
All right, I mean this is certainly a time to do it. All right,
So
Fish.
go up.
I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with FloKey and say Sonic and Kite. I mean, and honestly, it's full bias. Sonic is Sonic, and Kite, that's my boy. So I have to see Kite make top 16.
Yeah.
I have
Plus
to.
it wouldn't be for the culture if I didn't say Kite was
Exactly.
good.
That's
and
fair.
Honestly, I speak things into existence. I said to Kite before CEO that I'm gonna have to play
Fish,
Go
baby.
ET, and I told him after CEO that he's gonna have to play Sonic in a major, and now here we go. So I need to
That's
see it happen.
crazy.
I definitely do think that we're going to see Kite play Sonic. I definitely think he's definitely making it to winter semis. I think he's playing. I think he's playing Sonic. I think he loses to Sonic. I think
it might be close.
I think he plays Sonic.
2-1.
Honestly,
I might be going too far here, but I got 2-1.
2-1.
2-1 Sonic.
It depends on
2-0,
really
but
does
it's close
depend.
though.
Yeah,
that's
Alright, yeah.
what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
2-0.
2-0.
Yeah, that's
I
better.
agree.
One game, the second game comes down to one character, but Sonic closes it out. That's what happens.
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I want to give it to Kite, but I don't see it. I think what's gonna happen. I think he's gonna lose to Sonic, and I think he's gonna get in his head. I think he's
That's
gonna
also
get.
a fair
I
point.
think he's gonna get close in one of the games, and he's gonna hold that, and he's not gonna pay attention to who he's playing next. He's gonna get stuck on his Sonic match. I think that's what's gonna happen to Kite. I'm gonna go Sonic Axice for that reason.
Okay, that's a valid reason. That's a valid point.
So we'll see if his mental game holds up. If it does, I think that he could take it over Axice. I think him or Axice in a match can definitely win.
That's a 50-50 toss-up.
Yeah, I honestly think you can go either way with that matchup. It's going to come down to how together he is mentally after playing Sonic. Because a lot of players have issues post-Sonic. All right, kick it over to Pool A2 right here.
Fish, you start.
Fish.
Oh, this is one of the team kill pools.
Yes,
Oh
it
my
is. We're going to
God.
see some people
Snap.
going down.
Oh,
I mean, the obvious notable player, Chris G.
Mm-hmm.
But then we got Javi from CT, Piccolo, Ginyu, Super Saiyan Goku,
Yep.
Prodigy, Asian Tom with his crazy team. Honestly, I think Tom might be Prodigy, but
That
Let me
match should
hold-
be a banger. Period.
yeah, facts. Let me hold off on that for a second, though.
There's a
JMD
weird number of
Rose.
Ginyus in this pool.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah, it's kind of odd to me. It's a very
JMD
rare
Rose.
character.
With the Fat Boo, Childish Vegito, man. And then the round one team kill, Lucky G and Andre.
Yep.
Who's JJ Andre?
That's Andre from BP.
The Urian player?
Yeah, the Urian player.
Oh,
Yeah, this is a very team kill heavy pool.
This is a team kill pool. I
who do you
mean,
got?
I got Chris G and Asian Tom.
Really?
Actually, no, hold on. I got Chris G. I got Chris G and Andre. I think Andre can beat Childish Vegito. And if Andre beats Vegito, then I think I personally don't think anybody in this pool beats him.
All right.
Maybe Prodigy.
Christian and Andre. All right, time for me to say something that's dumb, but I have to believe. So, I know this is going to sound patently insane. I think Righteous Kill could actually knock Chris G into loser in round 2. And this is not because I think Righteous Kill is a better player than Chris G. I'll flat out state that. It is not because of that. It is purely because Righteous Kill has this weird thing, and he did it at Evo too. He beat Yohosi the same way.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, when top players run into him, they just don't know what he's doing, and they just lose to him. Now, granted, if they play him again, they'll beat him. Honestly, I think Chris G gets out, either losers or winners. Righteous, I know you're in the chat. I see you, man. Look, I actually think you have a non-zero chance to beat Chris G. If I had to bet, if I were putting betting odds on you beating Chris G, I would put it around 30%. And that's better than I can say for a lot of players, to be honest. So don't take that too harshly.
Yeah.
Chris G gets out of this pool either way, because I think even if Chris G gets upset by Righteous, which is, again, I put as an outside chance, I think he wins through losers. There's no one else here who's beating him. Now, the other player who gets out.
It's a tough one.
Man, this is actually really hard. So the people who my front runners to get out are Asian Tom,
Ooh.
Childish Vachito, and Righteous Kill. Those would be my 3 in the losers bracket who I could see making the run. Now, if Childish Vachito loses to Andre, he's not making it out of this pool.
Free.
If he loses in that round 2 match, because I know Childish and his mental game's gonna get him killed.
It's the same thing with Kite.
Boy.
It's the same thing with Kite.
Yeah, so if he has to beat, if he loses his next match, he has a chance. But if he loses to Andre, it's over.
Right.
We had a good set at CEO.
Now, Asian Tom, I think his team is so wild that I think a lot of people are going to struggle with him. Just purely not knowing what the hell's going on. Oh my god.
His neutral and his defense are really good too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that team requires that.
It does. The problem is I think Ginyu is a very, very unstable character.
Mm-hmm.
Righteous, are you going to break my heart and get 17th? You always miss top cut by 1 round, and I want to pick you, but I know you're going to don't do it to me again. All right.
Just pick him.
You know what? I do have to pick my boy. I have to pick my boy. Xanadu Pride. I'm going to take Righteous Kill.
I'm going to be honest with both of you. The winner of Prodigy versus Asian Tom makes it out of the pool.
All right.
Okay.
Now, is your other pick Chris G?
I think it's Prodigy Andre.
Whew.
I think Prodigy is playing really well right now.
Prodigy,
I'm probably going to take a hit for this, but I do believe in both of them.
Okay.
Granted, they're both on the same side, which is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I think, again, I think we were just talking about it. Prodigy versus Asian Tom is going to be bangers. The reason being is that it really does have that kind of pool in like implication. Prodigy is just coming off a top 2 finish at HOC, and then Asian Tom coming off a 4th place at Wrath in the Mix, as well as just being a really strong player overall. I think that too. I think also somebody too that some people should be looking out for, and I think he's just a Street Fighter OG is Lucky D. He's been really working hard.
Yeah.
I think too is like this again. This is really hard. Hobby G is also somebody. I think Hobby makes it to semis. I think Hobby plays Chris.
Yeah, I think Javi plays Chris too.
I think Hobby plays Chris. So right now it's either you know what?
Who are your 2 picks?
I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take Prodigy. I gotta pick CT. I'm gonna pick Hobby.
Okay, Javi G. So that is Prodigy and Javi G for FloKey. All right. Now we are on to pool B1. And I will be kicking this one off right here. Oh, this one is actually really interesting.
Oh my fucking god, what is this pool?
Yeah. Okay, so I'll real quick list off the players who I think could make it out of this pool. I think Coach Steve could make it out. I think Big Bag Mill could make it out. Jerry could make it out. Khalil could make it out. And Taz the Tyrant could all make it out. All of those people could make it out of this pool.
You think Jerry could make it out?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jerry could definitely make it out.
Don't sleep on Jerry. It's a lot of people I think are sleeping on Jerry because they're like, oh, well, he got top 8 at Summer Jam, but whatever. No one was there at Summer Jam. I think he's to be not underestimated. If you underestimate Jerry, you'll lose. If you go lull, your team's fuzzyable, he will kill you. Just, you need a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
My picks for making it out of pool B1 is going to be Coach Steve. And I'm going to pick Big Bag Mill. Those are, I gotta pick my DMV boys. I also legitimately, I think he can make it out. So, but I think Coach Steve definitely locks up one. All right, FloKey.
I actually agree 100% with you.
On both or one?
Both.
Wow. Okay, so we've got two Coach Steve Big Bag Mill picks.
I think Big Bag is finally finding his niche. I was watching him a little bit earlier recently. He's finally found his niche with his team.
Yes.
I think that's one thing that he was struggling with. And, you know, Jerry's a close third.
Yeah,
I mean, Jerry, it's such a hard pill, but I think Big Bag versus Coach Steve definitely changes the tide of this pool.
Honestly, if I were to put odds, I think it's 60-40 Coach Steve's favor.
I agree. It's going to be close.
It's not unwinnable. I don't think it's a true 50-50. I think that Coach Steve has more experience and a little bit more developed. But
Sure.
I'll let me put it this way. If Big Bag won, I wouldn't be popping off because it's an upset. I'd be popping off because he's my boy, right? It's not both,
True.
right? That's how I feel about that matchup.
Yeah, that's true. Fish, who you got?
I mean, on the strength that I've never seen Big Bag Mill play, I'm going to have to go Coach Steve and Jerry.
That's fair.
Because, like you said, you can't sleep on Jerry. And Coach Steve is just solid.
Honestly, I would be more inclined to pick Jerry, except I honestly think that Mill is going to fuzzy Jerry to death.
Fair point. But he might be ready. He might be ready for like what happened with Jason 7.
Yep.
So
it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. All right, so that is Jerry locked up here. Now we are going to be kicking it over to pool B2.
This pool.
And it is going to be FloKey leading us off here.
Okay, we got Random Fiend, Volcanic Akuma, Master Mike, and Nitro Bros. I have Volcanic Akuma and Nitro Bros making it out.
Ooh.
All right.
I'm gonna be honest with everybody. Honest to fucking God.
Yo, Volcanic Akuma is a menace.
That Mike Smith
Batman
is gonna be odd one. Yo,
that man is a nutcase.
He's gonna. Okay, I'm gonna be honest.
Talk to me.
The legend.
I thought I talk a lot out loud, and I get in people's heads. This dude is that crazy.
I will never forget when I had headphones on and they were turned up all the way and I could still hear Mike Smith talking next to me.
Dude, fact, same. This dude made me, honestly, like when I went to BP,
yeah,
I played Mike Smith in a set. After the set, I started talking the same way he was, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh
it's
my
so
God,
frustrating.
It's infectious. I think
it really is.
He's honestly his personality. He's a really cool guy. Outside of everything.
Oh yeah, Mike's a man.
Yeah, he's a Street Fighter OG. But he knows what he's playing. He's playing Team Old Goichi. So I think Random Fiend is not ready for that. I think he's not ready for the crazy style of Volcanic that he brings to the table. And then Nitro Bros, listen, I think Nitro Bros has finally found his character. I think he's finally
boys.
I think he's finally found his niche. I know he was thinking about Gogeta for a while, but he did drop him.
Nitro has been becoming more and more consistent recently. So I definitely think he's a solid pick.
I think with the top 3, and I feel like now like he's trying to get over these nerves, and like I talked to him, I was like, dude, like you're there. You just gotta get over this hump. And I think ECT is that hump.
All right. Fish. Predictions for pool B2.
I'm gonna have to agree with FloKey again, man.
Both?
Yep, both.
That's
Smith.
OD.
All right.
Mike Smith is a menace.
Now that it's my turn, I gotta say, y'all are both cap. How
You think so, son?
cap both
No
of
way.
you?
Let me guess. Random Fiend and Master Mike?
Okay, no. Well, I Master Mike's debatable. But y'all really don't have Cisco even making it out losers. Y'all are insane.
I'm just biased.
Have you played him recently?
Yeah, he eliminated me as CEO. He smoked me.
I think the thing is,
I played him at Summer Jam. And I'll tell you right now, he is a full-blown 8. He's not waffling at like the 7. Random Feed is right below international level talent.
okay. So
Random Feed
He's pretty solid.
he is.
He's getting it. If I had to pick somebody for top 8 right now, I'd pick him. So I'm gonna put Random Feed.
So
I
here's
believe in
the
Cisco.
thing. I mean, for me, I agree
That
with that.
probably is the better shot. I'm just
It's the better
really
shot.
biased.
But it's not even me being biased. I think it's like
No, here's the
these
thing.
weird teams.
I think Akuma could beat Cisco. Like I don't think it's super likely, but it could. But here's the thing. I don't think 2 people beat Cisco.
I think it comes down to what we talked about before with a lot of these players. If they get in their own head, if you noticed, because I actually watched the setback with Ricky and Cisco at CEO Taku. I saw Ricky steamroll this dude.
Right.
Like, absolutely steamroll. And I can tell he was in his head. If anybody does that to him, he might not make it out. Do I think he's going to make it out? Yes, very slim. But it depends on which Random Fiend shows that day.
Honestly,
that's my thing. Like,
this could sound like some anime shit, but there is a certain aura I get when I play somebody's truly strong, and that's like people like LK level and above, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I got that aura when I played Cisco at Summer Jam.
Right.
And that's not something that like a player can just like fake. Like they either have that or they don't. And I can say Cisco at that tournament had that aura, and I can't bet against the feeling.
It's a weird one. Like it's really like it was close between him and Nitro. Well, the thing is, I feel like about Nitro is that I think him finally committing to a team.
I actually think I was actually gonna pick Nitro as the second out. Like I do see Nitro getting out. I think he's gonna get out losers. That's how I think it's gonna go down.
I think it's a weird situation, right? Where it's like all these pools are very stacked, and like honestly, like if you can like if there was 3 out, I feel like we would be agreeing on almost all of these pools.
I actually do agree on that. I think it's
Fish same page. Like if this was 3 out, like we would obviously have like Random Fiend, and we would have like. So that's just it's a weird situation.
Fish,
you got next pool.
It's pool C1, baby.
For C1,
who you got?
Well, of course, I got the best in the city getting out. I got a faulty thing getting out, 100%.
That man has been on a war path lately.
Yeah.
He's so close right now.
And you know what? I got Closer out. I got Closer beating Jace.
Really?
Closer and faulty thing. Why do you got Closer over Jace?
Just watching him play at recent HOCs, I feel like he's really solid. And Jace is kind of like scramble heavy. So I feel like if Closer can shut down the scramble, then it's a wrap.
Sure.
Interesting. All right. My picks. I'm going to take Jace and faulty thing.
The safe pick.
I think that if I had played... Because here's the thing. Like, I think if Jace, who went to the Xanadu monthly 2 months ago, showed up, I think he would lose. But the thing is, like, Jace lost to that tournament, and he's been in the hyperbolic time chamber. I watched 5 hours of sets between Sage and Jace. Jace is back in fighting form.
That's a scary Jace.
That's a scary Jace, right? This isn't like,
Right.
all waffling, Grandpa Jace, came out to play some doobers with the kids. This is Warpath. I've got something to prove, Jace. Look at the way he was talking not too long ago going up to the HOC. He made some deep runs. And that's with the whole house against him. I don't know. I'm feeling good about Jace right now. And Faulty's so close, But honestly, I'm kind of scared he's going to implode to some random character he doesn't know, though.
That's
That is
the
always a
thing.
fear with Faulty Thing. Where, like, he's going to run into some matchup he doesn't quite know, and he's just done. But I think he's going to hold together here. FloKey, kick it over to you.
I think it's Faulty Thing and Tom Hanks from Florida.
Ooh.
Oh, Mega Tom Hanks is pretty good.
I was talking to Ricky earlier.
Yeah.
He gave me faith in him.
All
When I
right.
tell, like, I was talking to him, he was like, "You're sending your child to ECT?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, and I agree with Faulty Thing. I think I haven't watched a lot of his stats recently, but I know Faulty Thing's been, and plus Faulty Thing has Jace's number, if I do remember correctly.
They played enough times that they're very familiar.
Exactly. So I think Faulty Thing etches that out, and I think Tom Hanks. I think with 21 Broly, I think that's a very like not a lot of people up in the north know about that show. I think unfamiliarity, and I think that will definitely.
I think
send
that'll
Tom
definitely
Hanks
help.
to the top.
Actually, what I would be more scared of then is I could see a world where we get Jace and Omega Tom Hanks out, actually.
That's also a point
Because
that,
I
like,
think that if Omega Tom Hanks plays Faulty, I think he would beat Faulty.
yeah, because of the unfamiliarity.
Yeah, because he doesn't do well with unusual matchups.
Agreed.
So I think he'd actually be in a lot of trouble if he runs into Omega. I think there's a couple different ways this pool could fall out. All right, it looks like I actually get to do the next one. It's gonna be C2, baby.
Oh, you got this pool kind of OD.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this pool because I got to talk about something.
Interesting. Oh man. All right. I know who I'm gonna pick.
You know who you pick?
Yeah, I do.
Who you got?
I got LK. Because I think
Oh.
LK makes it out, winners or losers. I know he's been a little bit weaker lately, but he's going to make it out. And my other pick, I'm picking Kern.
Oh!
Kern's beating Alucard.
Ooh,
Oos?
you
I-
think?
I said what I said.
Do you see who Kern plays first round?
Hold on. Did I miss something real quick?
Oh, that's a very well. Hold on. Do you want to do your turn now since you're talking about it?
No, I'll wait.
You wait.
I'll wait.
You know what?
Actually-
You know what? It's too. I already made my statement. My inability to read may have cost me, but it does not matter. I already said what I said. So I'm picking LK and Kern. FloKey, make your picks.
I am actually betting on the best player in Mass. I have Kevin Tech and winners, Alucard losers.
Kevin Tech.
The dude literally are like this, and when I tell you this dude has literally talks the most random shit I have ever seen in my life. If you ever scroll up, there was one day I told people not to scroll up in the chat.
Yo.
You know what I'm talking about, Fish. You
Yeah,
know
that
exactly
was
what I'm
R-rated.
Oh my god.
But there's been people that set me aside, like Pump, Fish, Hypnotic, have literally told me this is the best player in Mass, and he just doesn't want to show up.
Yo, he's the secret boss.
Oh
He's
man. I hadn't even.
Akuma.
I'll be real. I hadn't even heard of him.
He's a Kuma.
Yo, this man, Kevin Tech, is literally the secret boss.
I'm actually
Of
kind of scared
Massachusetts.
now. I have no idea who this guy was.
I don't. He has the most unusual team, so I think he does really well here. So I have Kevin Tech.
And you have Alucard over LK.
I have Alucard over LK. I think Alucard again. I think he gains momentum to PR.
Okay. Fish.
I got Kevin Tech. I got Kevin Tech in winners, and I got LK in losers.
Okay.
I got Kevin Tech beating Alucard. Just
Alright.
because you know what Kevin Tech has said before?
What?
What?
In his own words, this is a direct quote. I could be the best player if I wanted to. I just don't want to. He's just lazy. He chooses not to show up.
He's literally Zenitsu.
Pump
Oh
gave me
my
the lore.
god. What? He mastered one step and he's gonna use it to cut through the competition?
Yo,
Pretty
Pump
much.
gave me the lore and said that I guess Zaf was on a tear in Street Fighter 4. And I guess like Kevin gave Zaf a ride to the tournament. And then was like, all right, whatever, I guess I'll enter. And then he won the whole thing and just smoked everybody. Hadn't played Street Fighter 4 in 3 months.
Oh my god.
There's no way this man doesn't make it out of pools and winners.
All right, I'm actually excited to watch this person play. I didn't know about him, but I'm now pretty interested. All right. Well,
Tech is the god.
let's kick it over to FloKey for pool D1s. We got 2 more pools for predictions, guys. Make them count. FloKey, who you got?
You ready for a hot take?
Give me your hottest takes. Who you got?
What you got?
Pred and Cali Mac.
Pred and Cali Mac?
All right, legendary Pred and Cali Mac making it out.
Yeah,
according
I think
to
Cali. I think Cali is finally finding confidence in himself. I think he's finally finding his way through. I think Homie and Gok are definitely really going to be. I think Gok's definitely going to be a. He's also from CT. He's going to be a step in the way. I think J Money as well. But he's been really studying. I think all that talk he's been doing with Doctor, and he's been really working really hard with Nitro. So I think he makes it out. I think he's really strong now. I think he's finally found his niche. That's the theme right now. So
all right, Fish.
I'm gonna have to say Pred and Gok.
You got Gok?
I got Gok. Yo, if the Gok that showed up on Friday when they invaded Bounce Patch shows up to ECT, I got him over Cali Mac. Not free, but I got him over Cali.
Who is he playing now? He still Zamasu?
He drops him. No, he drops Zamasu for GT.
That's a good team.
It's a good team.
So Bardock GT Kibu?
No, I think he was playing GT Kid Buu Beam.
That's a very good team.
What the fuck?
Something like that.
I'm so scared now.
I'm gonna take
He
Pred,
bodied me.
and I'm actually gonna take my boy Cali Mac. I think Cali Mac's been working incredibly hard. The amount of in-person sessions he's been pushing lately is incredibly high, and I think he's had a real passion for the game lately. And I think Cali Mac's a strong player. Like, having played him at Summer Jam, I think he really cares, and I think he's gonna go far. So that's how I'm gonna stand. We're on to the final pool of East Coast Throwdown.
There's
Here
a banger second round.
Go.
Is it Fish's turn, right?
It is Fish's turn. Who do you
Fish,
got?
please, for the culture. You better. This is
I
a hard pool, bro.
I got Pumper Jam and a Mini Assassin. I already know who I got. Obviously.
Damn!
All right,
That
pumping
is
a
Sensei.
mini.
That is Sensei Pumper Jam. That is Sleeper Jam in the flesh. One of Boston's finest. I got him over Sage.
Really?
To be honest with you.
Sage a mini. Sage a mini for me.
That's a battle of matchups, right? Because what,
Right.
Sage is rocking Gogeta now?
No,
Sage is still playing same team.
no, Sage is
he's
playing
still
the same team.
team? Okay, well, Pump is playing Fat Boo.
I will tell you right now, I think against so many players, I think that would phase them.
But that's not Sage.
That's not Sage.
Yeah, I mean,
If that was somebody like Faulty Thing, yes, I 100% believe that reasoning. But Sage is literally a tech monster. This man studies everything. He's gonna know what's plus. He's gonna know what's real. He's gonna know what's not. And the other thing that you're forgetting, Fat Boo's gonna have a really hard time against Trunks Assist.
Oh yeah,
A really hard time against Trunks Assist.
Kind of smokes him.
Uh-huh.
I think Pump versus Sage. Again, all these matches. I think Pump.
I think
versus
the winner
Sage,
of that game makes it out.
I will agree on. Yeah.
I agreed. I think one person that no one's really talking about in this pool is Mozo.
Oh, Mozo's really solid.
You think Mozo's gonna beat a mini though?
Yeah, I mean,
Probably not.
A mini's hella good.
I think.
I beat him at
I
Bounce
think it
Back.
depends on which
I don't think
Mozo
he has-
shows up.
I mean, if it's Summit Mozo, I could maybe see it. But
I
think about it. Say he beats a mini, right?
Yeah.
And then somehow a mini loses in losers, then he has to play Groove or Pump or Sage or Silver, because Silver's really solid.
Actually, in fairness, none of us even discussed Groove, and Groove could very easily make it out of this pool too.
Oh, definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Krillin-
Groove is from what I understand, he's probably the 4th best player in Jersey.
He's pretty good.
Behind LK.
Groove is CT.
Who am I thinking of then? Who is the I guess he is. No, I guess he is CT. Never mind. I'm mixing himself up with
He's
somebody
CT.
else. Ignore me.
PCT.
All right.
Yeah.
So
No,
who
I
do
kept
you
track.
have, FloKey? You're the last pick of the tournament.
Man, this is hard. Sorry. Fuck. Damn it. Oh god, I wish Sage and the Mini were on the same side, but they're not.
Nope.
Fuck. I have Pump and Sage.
Pump and Sage?
Pump
I
and
Pump and
Sage
Sage.
making it out. So you're
I
expecting
think-
Sage to beat a Mini?
It's a long shot, but I think Pump, if the Pump I'm thinking shows up,
Okay.
if Pump Tech and Hypnotic all play this weekend, like have been grinding together,
Oh, it's a wrap.
that is something I would be worried about. Sage has been practicing with Jersey. I think close again, a Mini Assassin Groove, Mozo. I think those are all really good picks. But when I tell you, that same set that I talked about earlier, with Pumper Jam, that was my personal match of the year. Like that was my favorite match of Dragon Ball Fighters I've ever played. Top to bottom.
Pump the goat.
Fish was watching that set live.
I was there live, man. That was nuts.
That was my favorite set that I've ever played.
I was eating cheese fries during that set. It was a good time.
Top to bottom, like
I remember it vividly.
I think so I think Pump and Sage make it out. Pump is again one of the strongest players in MA right now. So it's definitely gonna be really interesting. Do you guys okay, so based on these picks.
So the bracket, the predictions are set. I will be clipping and putting this on. I actually have the Excel thing. I'm going to screenshot it, and I will be putting it on Twitter tomorrow to immortalize our picks. There will be no escape either for any of us.
Wow, you really made a Piccolo joke in front of two Piccolo players?
100%. Why wouldn't I?
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Come on. Come on. That's why this man's my co-host. He knows.
Yeah, you caught me slipping.
That's some fuck shit, bro. This dude. All right, but who do you guys have winning the tournament?
Sonic.
I
think that's an easy pick.
JDiesel Sonic.
Let me look through my top 16 prediction.
Oh, this dude literally was like,
let me
double
double
check my
research,
work.
son.
Well, no, think about it. Each of us just picked our top 16.
That's
That's a
true.
good point.
So I'm looking at who I picked for top 16.
Yo, Sonic versus Pump would be an OD match.
Yeah, that'd be so
Sonic.
sick.
Sonic wins the tournament unless Chris G plays incredibly well. I think that's what
Fair.
this boils down to. I just
All right.
I really don't see anything else happening. It would
If
either
they
be
put
Chris...
Morgan in this game, Chris G
Okay,
would be
yeah,
on
if
a
they put
tear
Morgan
right
in this
now.
game, I think that
I mean,
think
is
he would win.
But does Frieza equal Morgan?
No,
Hell no.
not even close.
Her
Could you
fireball
imagine if
stole
Frieza had
meter.
Soul Fist? My God.
Oh
Dude,
my
he's just
God.
shooting people, bruh. He's like,
Imagine if Frieza had Astral.
stop
Stop it.
Yo,
stop.
Frieza teleports to either side of you throwing Destructo Discs.
Chill out.
Oh, that actually sounds kind of
Yo, Faded Fish just showed up. Like,
Yo,
after he started
four Destructo Discs at the same time to give him Astral. You know what I used to say is like a meme? I used to say that they should have gave Janemba like Virgil swords.
Oh my God.
That would have been godlike. Imagine that.
You're-
Teleport with Virgil swords. There's cross-up protection in this game though. It's okay.
But
That is true.
But real quick, talking about cross-ups, I want to quickly brief on the PRZ that just got announced today. Because there was a lot of cross-ups that happened in that top 10.
All right. So the PRZ, in fact, dropped today. I'll be putting it on screen for you guys in just a second. Here we go. Check it out. This is the MDVA PRZ, powered by your boy JDiesel himself. You guys can see it on stream right now. So this was a really, really exciting season for the PRZ. Last season, it was a little bit scrambly. It was kind of close, but up until the last week, this list was not finalized.
Really?
Yeah, there was Vato at the number 10 slot. He literally slid in the last 2 weeks of the season.
Oh, the TOD monster.
Yup, the tech monster on Twitter himself.
No,
So
with all the costume mods.
now it's gonna be pretty awesome because now we have an invitational with these 10 players.
Ooh.
Word.
And the seeding is going to be what their power ranking was going into the event.
That's OD.
So
I'm not okay with that.
So it's going to be really interesting to see how this ends up going here. Big Bag Bill has had an absolutely phenomenal season, has played incredibly well, has had a lot of really strong results for the most part. So I can actually pull this up. So Big Bag Mill, he got first at almost every event he competed in. He also placed well at every single monthly, so very strong. Righteous Kill, now this was somebody that a lot of people weren't really expecting to be this high. He actually competed at Summer Jam where he got 13th. He also placed at Evo 257, which means that he went pretty well. And also got third at Otakon in a 97-person bracket.
That's OD.
So Righteous Kill, pretty solid. There's a reason I think that he has any chance of beating Chris G. Kelso 2 times has had a lot of just very consistent results, constantly shows up. He's out there playing hard. Giga Itachi had a period of dominance. He won 4 weeks in a row, won a monthly, and obviously has his current beef with Sage. So be sure to check that out. 7 only competed in one event, but his performance was so dominant he actually made the list.
That's crazy.
He won a 36-person monthly and beat Kern, Jace, and Sage. All at the same event. Yeah, incredibly good. Alien is somebody who actually, they were like, yo, I am going to make it this next season. Android 21 specialist is actually the admin for the Android 21 Discord. This guy lives and breathes Android 21. Probably the best Android 21 I've ever seen. Super Neko 44, incredibly consistent player. Another Android 21 player. Mostly known for his TN, though. Has one of the best anchor TNs in the biz. The Cutter, known for his Goku Black. Has kind of shifted away from the character, but hyper optimal. DeMarco, he's our resident Frieza. He's out here making waves, being evil, all that jazz. And obviously, our last man, Vato, the tech monster himself. So this is going to be the PRZ Invitational Top 10. It is going to be hype. I'm going to be commentating it. It's going to be on this Twitch channel. And there's guaranteed payouts for every place.
Yeah. Oh, I have to ask you a personal question.
Talk to me.
How do you feel about your brother being higher than PRZ?
Oh my God. How are you going to bring that up to me?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to. Because I've been playing with both of y'all. And the fact that it's a difference of one place.
So,
it's the most OD thing.
So, Ricky, when I say he's the best 21, I mean he's the best 21 in Maryland. But he also in MDVA. Sorry, let me expand that. But I also think that he's actually an incredibly optimal and very knowledgeable 21. Yes. If you go to the power rankings, there are more results than just number 1 through 20. But I did decide to publish it. But yes, my fat toy, my brother, did in fact place 12th on the PRZ, and I did in fact place 13th.
Oh man, that sucks.
You gotta get JDiesel higher. We gotta JDiesel.
I mean,
just beat him in his first to 5.
I had a lot of questionable results this season.
That makes sense.
And you know what? I'll be real. I did not deserve to make it. I was close, but
yeah,
not quite enough, honestly. But you know what? We're just gonna work harder and try to redouble our efforts for next season. But the 10 players who are up here on screen right now, every single one of them worked phenomenally hard to make this list. And the thing was, it was competitive to make top 10. Like, it was very competitive. The difference was not too much. Like,
that's excellent.
Anyone below number 5 realistically could have been swapped out for anybody else.
That's true. That's really good. And I'm really proud of that. Seriously, if you guys have not followed this It's a great story, and Jay basically like is doing God's work. So if you guys please follow it, it is so sick. I want to try to implement something for New England at some point.
I mean,
I
you
might
could
I might
always.
have I might have to summon JDiesel's powers and try
I
to
mean,
figure
I
out
would,
how he's
I would
doing that.
look, and actually, I'll go on record and say this now. If any other regions in the country are interested in having their own PRZ, I'm willing to work with you guys to do that.
Just show me the algorithm. Just show
No,
me the
no.
way.
Everything I will say, the work that I have done will stay in house, but I'm willing to provide the information for people. Like I'll
That's
generate
sick.
your top tens. Like I'm
That
fine
would
with
be
that.
Yo, that's actually OD. Yo, clip that and put
Like
that on your
I'm
Clip
willing to
it.
do that, obviously within reason. But you know
Right.
that is something that I am willing to do for other regions because I think this is the type of thing for Dragon Ball we need more at the local level.
True.
I mean, the other
But-
thing is, I gotta say, the competition to get onto this list, like, people were fighting to make this list. The other thing is, every position matters because that means at the end of the season, you're getting a higher seeding for the final invitational.
Which is big.
Which think about it,
That is
if you're
pretty
seeded
dope.
first, second, third, fourth, you're guaranteeing yourself a better finish. Can't sleep on that, but
You really can't.
Uh,
Yeah. Any final thoughts on it, Jay?
honestly, I'm really excited to see where we go with this PRZ going forward. And I'm very excited to see what the next step is for this. And I think this invitational is going to be hot. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. I, of course, am going to be commentating it because why wouldn't I?
It's your event, yeah.
Yeah, and I definitely have had some people potentially talking to me about wanting to do PRs in their own region. And, you know, this might be something that if we get in more than one region, maybe we start having inter-region crew battles
Oos.
with, like, top 5,
Oh, that'd be pretty
top
fire.
10. Yeah, imagine if for every region in the country, you could call out their 4th best guy.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah,
so
that'd be
sick.
kind of a force.
That's like some salty bets, bro.
Uh-huh.
Facts.
Yo, our 10th best guy can beat your 4th best guy.
Wait, what? No way.
No, because
Run
think
the
of it.
set,
That's how you make it happen. I would love to do it. The HOC would be fire for me to do this for.
That'd be
Yeah.
pretty hot.
But yeah, no, that's a really incredible thing. If you guys are not following JDiesel, one, you're watching the podcast. Two, you need to be paying attention to this dude. This dude's busting his ass. An incredible guy. But I think we got some questions for Yvngfish here. We haven't forgot about you.
We
You
have
thought you had-
not. So let me
you-
pull
you-
down this PRZ image real quick and take us
Yeah.
back to the chat. We are already done with our ECT predictions, but now it's time for Q&A with Yvngfish.
Hit me.
So we are going to be doing this after. So if you guys, one, I'm going to post this lovely Discord in the chat right now. If you guys are not in that Discord, and you guys watch this podcast, what are you doing?
Yo, low key, I don't even think I'm in it.
That's
Oh my,
cap.
Yvngfish. You got to
I
get in
know there
right
was
now.
one. bro. I
Quick
wasn't there.
perks. You get access to our tournaments. You get access to asking us direct questions, giving us direct feedback. We're gonna be looking at that. So, I have a question for you, kind sir. You ready for this?
Lay it on me, son.
It's from Kite.
Oh,
Who are your
boy.
Bracken demons, and why is it Kite?
Who are my bracket demons and why is it Kite? Well, I mean, he's not wrong. To be
Right.
honest, like my demons really are like, and I feel like they always kind of have been. Mike Smith, Pumper Jam, and Kite, and then Hypnotic once in a blue moon he shows up because I can't beat that dude. But more specifically, Kite. And for some odd reason, I get really frustrated playing him, and I don't know why. Like it's just I don't know because I guess like going into Summit I had the better record in bracket than he did, or like when it came to the two of us playing. So then like just going into Summit I got smoked, and then every time after Summit I've played him like it's either been 2-1 Kite or just like I got washed.
Right.
And it was just like, damn, like how do I keep losing to Kite, man? Like I used to beat you, like.
Exactly.
So I guess I'm just kind of in my own head.
Right. There is another question. I do remember from Christian. They asked, dream character for season 3 and why. I think I talked to you about this in your player profile way back.
Honestly, it was Janemba. Like from day one, it was like, let me get Janemba in this game. But
now he's out.
Yeah, now he's out. So now they gotta give me Roshi.
I'd be super down for Roshi.
And the only reason I want there to be Roshi because I want him to be an install character. And I want old man Turtle Shell Roshi to be like setup heavy. And then buff Roshi, the install, is just like super ham. Does whatever he wants. Make it a 3-bar install that doesn't go away until he dies. Just make that character nutty. I feel like that'd be sick.
That is actually genuinely sick.
Because like honestly, like I just wanted to make it like they put GT in the game, so let's just go buck wild and just make characters that just do whatever they want.
Yeah,
that is kind of fair.
It is. Also, chat. If you guys have any last minute questions for Yvngfish, please ask them in the chat or on the Discord. Like this is like something we want to start doing and try to interact with you more. With myself and JDiesel, we're trying to like interact with you guys more. And just try to get your feedback on the show because like we're 30 to 31 episodes deep and
31.
Yep.
It has been a journey. So we want to make sure we're giving you guys some of the best content and we want to start interacting with you guys because frankly you guys deserve it. Like y'all tune in religiously every week and you guys check the VODs and you go to YouTube and you watch those.
And it really does mean a lot to get all the support from you guys.
Seriously, like I think I haven't had a moment of Jay. Like I haven't really talked to Jay about it, but like looking at all the like progress we've done with the show, and I think it really has gone to show like this has been one of the things that like a lot of us tune in for every week. Actually, Fish, I have a question for you.
What's up, man?
Oh God, what was I gonna say? What's your go-to playlist when you're Does Fish and Kite play all the time? They do, Kelso.
Yeah, we do play a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, it's been a lot. What's your go-to music when you're playing? Do you play with the game sound rather, or do you try to have your own playlist?
I hate the game sound. I have my own playlist. It's just kind of like whatever I'm feeling. Sometimes it'll be like mid-90s garage rock. Other times it'll be Young Thugs or like the random trap music. Like it's just kind of whatever I'm feeling at the time. But for some odd reason, I don't like game sound.
Yeah,
I feel like it's loud and obnoxious.
Or do you do the game sound, but not the actual OST?
No, I don't even use like any game sound at all. Like when I'm playing at home, I just kind of hook my phone up to a Bluetooth speaker and just kind of rock like that. Because I can kind of get in my own vibe.
That's really good. Because but when this show first started, I kind of like asked a bunch of people about that because I didn't really. Not a lot of people knew the answer to that because some people didn't really. Young said, "Nah, fam, you get you some Jordan bars. That's bars."
No, see, listen, I just be listening to rappers. I go stupid.
Bro, we were talking about PNB. We were talking about PNB Rock.
Yo, PNB Rock was like a gopher.
Yo, I said that.
Oh my God.
No caps.
This dude looks like a gopher. But no, yeah, Jay, do you have any questions for?
Feel like a meerkat.
I mean, I feel like I know Fish pretty well at this point, purely because I literally did a documentary on this man. So like,
that documentary was godlike. If you still haven't seen it,
yeah, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, for those of you that have no idea what we're talking about, which is I can actually imagine probably at least a few of you. I did a documentary on this man we're actually talking to right now. And I might as well link it in the chat for you guys.
Yo, Fish, did you tell Jay the story about the documentary?
Which one? About how I sent it to my mom the day it dropped, or how my teacher asked me to email it to her?
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because I started school the week before Summit happened, and you know all my teachers were like, "Oh, what are you doing this weekend?" I'm like, "Well, actually, I'm going to a tournament in Connecticut." for your information, and they're like, oh, what? So I kind of gave them the lore,
Yeah.
and my quality assurance teacher was like, hey, send me an email with the link to that documentary thing you were talking about. I want to see it. And I was like, all right, cool. So then, like, I'd say after that, about half of my class has seen that video.
That's actually kind of godlike.
Yeah, it's kind of godlike, right? And I sent it to my mom. My mom watched it like 3-4 times.
I'm glad that people liked it, because, like...
I liked it a lot.
Like, honestly, like, when I asked these two, and, like, which, by the way, like, that shit has been crazy. You know, to kind of, like, get help from. I think Righteous Kill was the 122 is Righteous Kill, right? I think. Do you play online more than?
Yeah, that's Righteous Kill. The
Yeah.
122 is Righteous.
Yeah. Do you play more online, or do you try to play more offline?
I wish I could play more offline, but in reality, I don't have time.
So online is usually the go-to.
Yeah, so online is really the go-to.
Yeah, because we're mostly training partners online.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and it's like,
gang.
Unfortunately, like, Boston doesn't really have like sit-down house sessions a lot. Like, I know Lucky D is trying to start some here and there, but all we really do offline is bounce bats every Friday. So, like, you know, playing online, like, yeah, it's online, but the connections are pretty solid most of the time.
Yeah.
But I think it's unfortunate that we don't, like, sit down and, like, gather and play a lot. Because, like, I noticed CT is starting to do that more, and CT's been leveling up a lot. So I feel like
I'm over here.
If we played online, I feel like if we played more offline, we level up a lot.
Even though you guys won Summit.
Yeah, I mean, it was Hypnotic won Summit, and then Kite and Mozo.
So basically, but Mass won the Summit.
Yeah, Mass won the Summit, but that was our anti-Kite defense force in action. So, like, we had it on lockdown from the jump.
That's OD.
I think, that's anti-Kite. Hypnotic is anti-Kite.
That's like kryptonite, but
for real.
We are actually running out of time. Because the World Tour stuff's cool. Like, congratulations to Fenrich. The following week is PR in First Attack, so it'll be interesting to go out there. But this was a nice change. You know, we always try to do the professional stuff, and like we talked about ECT, but it's really nice to like talk this up on a local level. Again, guys, give us feedback. Seriously, it helps me. It helps JDiesel improve the product you guys are seeing on screen. I don't know. I think it's just time. Is it time for the wrap up, JDiesel?
I think it's time for the wrap up. So, as always, thank you guys so much for coming through. Like, it really does mean a lot getting all of your support, and just kind of having you guys stick with us, talk to everything. We drop by, join the Discord if you want to. We'd really appreciate it. We're going to start running more online events, doing more like post stuff there about the podcast, also online tournaments, and some other things we might be getting into, viewing parties and things like that.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys so much. It has been absolutely phenomenal. If you want to send us any questions, hit us up over there. I'm very excited about the PRZ. I'm excited at having Yvngfish on today. Always a treat.
Fish has been lit. Fish has been lit.
That's an absolute treat. And I think that's just about going to do it for us. Look forward to catching you guys either on the VOD, on YouTube, as always.
Yeah. But, Fish, it is time for you to shout out anybody you want.
Oh, all right, hold on.
It is your time to shill, gang.
This is my time. Time to shine.
It's shill gang time.
Well, first things first. Follow me on Twitter, _Yvngfish.
It is on screen right now.
All right, cool. I gotta keep this short and sweet because I got school in the morning. Follow my mans on SoundCloud. Follow Quest on SoundCloud. QUWEST. It's my guy. Yeah, that's it. I got school in the AM. I appreciate y'all for having me on.
Absolutely.
No, thank you so much.
No, man, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
I've been chilling for my episode for a grip. I didn't think I was gonna get one.
Surprise, you got one.
I appreciate it.
I got you, gang. But again, guys, also another thing too. If you guys have any suggestions of who we should have on the podcast, please hit us up in our Discord.
Absolutely. Last quick question. You know what? I'm righteous just for you. Do you prefer your fish fried or battered?
You know, for
That's-
real, I don't be
okay.
eating seafood.
That's it. That's it. It's time for.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, bro, I don't like seafood, son.
Cut
That's
that.
seafood.
Cut it.
All right. It's been an absolutely awesome time, ladies and gentlemen. This man has actually commanded us to go off air right now.
I'm so upset. This motherfucker really said.
But
"Fuck
I will
Yeah,
seafood."
bro, I
catch
don't rock
y'all
with it.
later, guys. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm a host Kite, and we'll make it happen. All right.
See you guys.
Peace out,
Peace out,
guys.
y'all.